We had a heel turn. We had a Bray Wyatt signing. We have a Lacey Evans signing. We got a triple threat King of the Ring semifinals match. I don't know what's going on, man. We had an amazing Raw coming up right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'd like to welcome all y'all in the chat across the globe and the world, man.
Labor Day.
WWE Raw after show on this Labor Day weekend. See, the fellas work on Labor Day. That's what we do. We put the hard hat on, lunch pail, bootstraps tied up. You know what I mean? I think Flobo's prospecting. Listen, yo, it's your boy, man. Coco Cena, Evan Mack in the building, man. But I'm not alone. I'm with these fine gentlemen to my far left, man. Listen, sharecropping. Got the 4:30 shadow on right now. Not yet quite 5 o'clock, about 4:25 shadow. Word on the street, he was playing Backstreet Boys at a wedding, man. I saw the video. Video evidence confirmed that he was bumping everybody, just like I called a couple weeks ago.
Snap.
I don't know. Word on the street. But that's my man Jack Fulmer. What's going on?
Man, I am so glad to be here as always. It's time and a half today, guys, right?
Yes. Yes. Time to have our regular pay.
And right next to him is my man. Listen, man, that's Brooklyn's finest right there. The one and the only brothers I've ever met that's a New York Mets fan, man. Shout out to him, strong.
Yeah,
man, I passed by there recently, man. It's like way out. They got them way out in the boonies, too.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Shame on them. Listen, the mayor in the building, man. My dude, my brother, man. Flobito.com.
What up, baby? You good, baby? Coco Cena?
I'm good, brother. I'm feeling all right, man.
Excellent. We get time to have a Jack after this.
I hope that's what's up. All right. Welcome everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know the usual cast of characters, man. Man, you know Dylan Matthews, the Aussie from down under, Monge and Emmy and DJ Sip and you and Jay Will and Bosa and Pena and Charlene and Marie and
Monge is in the building.
Monge from Jolly out England. What's going on?
Oh, hey.
By the way, before I get started, man, Walter versus Tyler Bate, match of the year. I don't give a damn what anybody says. That place burn. When's the last time you seen a 48-minute match? I'll wait. That joint was strong. Strong. Watch that NXT UK burning it down. Shout out to Seth Rollins.
You like it too, yeah.
Yo, when we get started, guys, we got started, man. Braun Strowman enters the building. Good old-fashioned contract signing. Seth Rollins comes out.
Always a good time.
You know, Michael Cole doing a moderation. You know what I mean? Michael Cole, company man, doing all kinds of things, man, moving and shaking.
Orange and green shirt and tie.
Doing his things. I mean, wardrobe very questionable, but it was still flames. You know what I mean? Before I get started on the contract signing, what do you guys think of contract signings in general?
I mean, they're an obvious setup to it's like weddings in any type of TV show. It's there just to create conflict. I think something's happening. I think it's obvious, and so I think it gets the job done. It's not the most original idea, but
How you feel about it? What do you feel about it?
I'm just tired of it, man. There's not many ways you can make it different or fun or innovative. You know, either it's going to be a match, or people are going to interrupt, or it's just going to be a lame, like, they have signed the contract in 3 weeks. It's going to be a deal. But I understand why. It eats up time. But now I thought with the new era of Raw that they won't have as many of those. But hey, what can you do?
They kind of mix it up a little bit. You know, the OC come in, AJ Styles comes in. AJ Styles because of a very cool promo. He's kind of like unhinged. I like him. I like this version of him. And ultimately, he's going to end up with Stone Cold Steve Austin doing the moderation. Monge in the chat, Monge, the loyal listener and watcher of this show. Well, I was privy to the information that Monge feels like the Fiend's going to come out and beat the brakes off of Stone Cold Steve Austin, which would put Bray Wyatt in a different stratosphere if he does the Sister Abigail on old Stone Cold Steve Austin and making Stone Cold look all weak and powerless and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What say you about this potential prediction by Monge from Jolly out England?
I would love it only because I can't remember Stone Cold being in that role before. That will be the shine you need, but it won't be enough. It won't be enough to put Bray Wyatt over. It will be enough to be buzzworthy. It might make a couple of ESPN articles, but it comes down to his next match.
I agree, you guys. I think he definitely needs the dub, but doing that to Stone Cold is legendary. It's a different level.
Like an old Stone Cold? Is it really, or is it just
But as mentioned, when was the last time we've seen him ever put down? It was his last match? Like, was it The Rock at WrestleMania?
You're right, man. You don't get to see him. He doesn't take the L like this.
I mean, so if he comes out and he puts his hand down Stone Cold's throat, That's something different. Now you're right. I mean, if he jobs out a month later, then it's going to be silly. But if we live in the moment, in that moment, it'll be one of the biggest moments that I can remember in a long time.
Fair point. The tag team match, Rollins and Strowman doing their thing. It just didn't end as well, but I think you have to find ways to protect them while they're having to defend their title in a little bit. What say you about just the build of what they're going on here with the OC and AJ kind of just running amok, doing what he wants to do. I think trying to like insert himself into a title picture, kinda.
Well, I just want to say that even though we don't have general managers anymore, matches still get signed over the break, which is pretty funny, right?
Pretty
you don't
cool,
need general managers anymore.
You don't.
I like the fact that OC is kind of like running amok. I don't know how strong they are now without the belts. I feel like they're kind of just on the side of things looking in, which may be a pause for something better, but the match itself was entertaining. You got right into your first contest of the evening, and it kind of served the purpose all around.
Yeah, I thought AJ's promo was one of the best he's done in a long time.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
I loved his whole making fun of Braun, going, "Oh, I looked at the title. I guess I'm the challenger," and him walking around. Well, look at me. Maybe I'll find a challenger. Don't look at my title.
Yeah, that was her. Right?
I thought it was, and the way when he told Michael Cole to shut up, I thought was just great.
Old school right there.
Yeah,
man.
it was my personal favorite promo of the night. I thought it made me really like what the OC is doing in that moment. For me, the match went on a little long, especially since we knew how it was going to end. It felt like it went on a little long. It ended the way it was supposed to, I guess. But for me, that opening promo was amazing.
I agree.
And I might feel better about contract signings because I like that promo. If it was a more straightforward end, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much.
Fair.
Yeah, stop the presses, extra, read all about it. We had a Zack Ryder sighting.
Yeah, well. You know it, bro. What's up?
I'm on.
That lot of spotters.
No, I like the Long Island IZ.
Yeah.
I personally am a fan of Long Island IZ.
But
nothing.
Okay.
That was it. I know it might sound like it,
but tonight
there was no comma going on. That was like a period.
Okay.
No, so I like that they got a match. You know, Rude and Ziggy, they're doing their thing. Man.
Sure, yeah.
They're looking really strong. I like the super kick into the glorious DDT. I'm just mentioning it. We don't have to go into extreme detail about it, but what are you thinking about this tag team, and is something here, or is this a one-off? Just somebody to face Braun and Seth? Like, what do you think?
I think they are definitely a team that has a chemistry. They got it fast. Automatically has elevated Robert Roode to being someone we care about again.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that after Clash of Champions, when it comes time for Survivor Series or Hell in a Cell, it just goes off to the wayside, which is pretty sad. But as it is right now, I'd be the one to watch. I'll buy their merch.
There's a title. Yeah, there's a title reign for them.
There's a pedigree there. Yeah.
I love them. I think it's easy to get caught up in the I'm scared that they're just going to break up and it's going to be some random thrown together team. But in the moment, I love it. I think they work together like they've been a tag team for years. They're both awesome people, so I like to see them on TV. I think it's win-win for everyone. And I know a lot of people don't like that two people got thrown together, but that's kind of what most that's how most, unless you're brothers, that's kind of how most tag teams are put together at some point. Just because it happened in if they're a team 2 years from now, we're not going to be like, yeah, but they were thrown together.
Yeah, I think it only bothers people when they're thrown together and they don't stay together.
Right.
Yeah, if you throw a team together and they stay together, then you're kind of like, okay, this is a tag team.
Right.
Like even right now, Cross and Bliss, they're sticking together a little longer than people think. Maybe. So they're starting to look more like a tag team though, because they were thrown together. You know what I mean? But I think giving someone titles makes it like solidifies it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. True.
But they can't lose though. They can't lose.
Right.
Yeah. Chemistry is definitely important too.
Oh, we had the lovely Lacey Evans come out versus Natty, and Natty is the consummate professional, constant worker. She even waited for Lacey Evans to get it situated before she bum rushed her, because Lacey Evans must have. It was a classy thing, because I don't know if Lacey was ready for that, and Natty is, like I said, true professional. She's like, oh, she's not ready for this. It's gonna suck. Yeah. And she waited till she turned, and then she hit her. You know what I mean? So it was really cool to see Lacey Evans back in action. She's, I think she's box office. I think she's a superstar. Women's right. Gave her the business. What say you gentlemen about this match?
I really like Lacey Evans. I'm a big fan of her as well.
I think she's incredible, man.
I know some people get hung up. Is she the greatest in-ring worker I've ever seen?
She's been there 5 minutes. Is she better than half the roster?
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think she did a great moonsault. I think she is so in character. Like the fact that I believe she's like that. Like if I bumped into her in the street, she'd have her little umbrella and be like, "You're an ass."
She did a really good job. She went there for the guy to kiss the hand, and she back, pulled it away. It's classic heel, man.
Right, and she's just so congruent in that character. It 100%
That's
feels
a
like
T word, congruent.
Congruent. It's my word of the day.
Shout out to Jack Farmer's word of the day.
Cheese and crackers.
But
Anything I had to think when I got here.
I think she's great. I was really surprised she won because I felt like I feel like Natty's been doing world champion work. I think she deserves a title run, but.
No, I think she's in that position now where she's doing she's in veteran mode where she's putting on 5-star matches with quality younger talent and making them look great because Natty can make anybody look good. She just can, man. Somebody in the chat saying that's the best match she's seen Lacey Evans have, and he said because of Natty, and I can't argue with that.
Yeah. There's something to be said about having a good character, and Lacey Evans has a good character, especially now with the division we worry about who is what. If you look at the match onto itself, fine, it hits all the boxes. I liked it. I even say I liked it even more. But the fact that Lacey Evans was off TV for so long, was on SmackDown last Tuesday, and basically got ran over by Bayley, and then beats Natalya. Is Natalya now a face now? I mean, to me, those are small questions I had going into the match, but not to the point where I said I didn't like it. I was kind of like, oh, that was kind of like a flat result for me.
And she did kind of like a heel move though by hitting her from behind though. She had like a wry smile though, so I don't know. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Natty goes back and forth between heel and face. I just think she's a consummate professional, and she just does. I think she does what she does for the betterment of the company and the women's roster.
Yeah.
With that being said, we had one of our first King of the Ring matches. Cedric Alexander got the brakes beat off him by the OC, and then they did it. This is what they were trying to do to kind of make it look like it was justified for Cedric to take the L. You have to figure out ways to do certain things because it protects Cedric Alexander. And I'm from the mindset that you can't always protect wrestlers. You can't always protect them. Sometimes you just got to lose.
Right.
Not disqualify, not count out, not roll up. They just get beat. But I get what they're trying to do. Like they've been doing. Cedric's been getting pushed a certain way, so they had to figure out a way to make him look hobbled, still look strong, but then just get hit with the end of days and just come up short. So Baron Corbin moves on. What was your thoughts about the match, the build up, how they wrote that angle? Cedric losing earlier than you thought, and Baron looking like a strong winner to win this King of the Ring. Jim Alexander, I swear to God, I don't even want to hear your mouth, but he is getting sick.
Yeah, he's getting pretty far.
Yeah.
Please don't call Jim Alexander.
I thought this match went on also a little bit longer than it should have, but I thought the second half of it was amazing. The first half felt slow and they didn't necessarily need it as much, especially if Cedric's working as he's supposed to be injured. But the second half was great. I thought both Cedric and Baron Corbin came out looking really good. And yeah, it fit my bracket. This is what I had going with my perfect asterisk bracket.
2 asterisks now?
2 asterisks. But
I don't know, fam. That's not an asterisk. That's a bust.
But that said, if I was to remake it now, I would definitely have Corbin going far. It looks like he's going all the way.
Wow.
It was a dope match. I love the top to bottom. I'm not sure why the OC got involved. I'm not sure they're going to get an answer for that. It could just be them just exerting their dominance.
Yeah, like they were backstage while he was talking. They're like, you know what?
I'm like, beat this guy up. We're just kind of
That's what bullies do. Bullies don't have no direction.
You can imagine just going to work and someone just trips you up for no reason.
Bullies like, we feel inadequate. We have to do this. That's what bullies do.
We feel inadequate.
That's what bullies do. So it's really interesting. Man, we'll talk about what happened and the implications moving forward. But Becky Lynch comes out, cuts a nice promo, does what she does. Because I'm telling you, she's the best promo in the business as far as females go. They damn it overall. Only person that is on her level is Samoa Joe, man. I'm telling you, Becky Lynch cuts strong promos, man. And she said a lot of personal stuff. The crowd does not know how to respond. All you people out there, all the unwashed and washed masses out there, all y'all act like y'all want real. All y'all act like y'all want authentic. All y'all act like y'all want the little velvet curtain to be pulled down. Yeah. As soon as somebody pulls it down, y'all get real uncomfortable. Because Becky was talking about some stuff, man.
Yeah, she was.
I was like, yo, whoa. And Baltimore was like, it was weird, man. Yeah. That was a weird little when she was going in and talking about personal stuff. Crowd was like, okay, she just get back to the man stuff because this is
get back to the man stuff.
It's making us uncomfortable.
Play the hits.
I thought she did a great job. Honestly, though, I thought Banks came out with the better side of the promo.
You were out of your mind.
I thought she sounded.
You were out of your mind.
I thought she did better.
The bank going now.
I thought she that little moment. She's like, did that feel personal? Because I can make this personal.
But then she said she doesn't want to make it personal, and then she wants to make it personal. She gets a little.
She was saying the attack with the chair wasn't personal.
Yeah.
So if that felt personal, she'll make it personal. So she's saying that was just business, and I thought that was really cool. And then of course saying the man is going to be the boss's I don't swear.
Like I said, that's cheap ploys though.
But I thought personally, different opinions. I thought Banks came out. I thought her promo came off a little bit better.
I'm just saying, it's easy to come out when someone does a 5-minute promo and you say things for 30 seconds. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying to keep the crowd for 5 minutes and then 30 seconds. Like, I can't compare promos, brother.
If you're the closer in baseball,
don't please closer in baseball.
Judging for Evan here, I thought Becky was way stronger in her promo. I'm sorry, Jack.
What the hell?
Sasha came out and was ain't that weak stuff. I'm sorry. What?
Closer? Don't get me started on closers, man. I'm not a big closer fan anyway. That's why I'm like, we can get baseball later. I'm not a big. You know what? I know somebody held up the end of the bargain for 9 innings. But let me come in and do 3 outs and get $40 million. Let me just do that. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just gonna close it out. I'm gonna come out.
I think the person that did 3 outs and got $40 million is the winner in that situation.
True, yeah.
Well,
so
you let me know. You let me know how many Cy Youngs that closer's getting. I'll wait.
Where is it? Corvera? That's about it.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
He's over it.
I'm so annoyed. I hate closers. You're a setup guy?
Is this still about
We ain't talking about wrestling for the rest of this show. We gonna talk about how much I hate closers in baseball, man. But anyway, except Rivera. Rivera got that nasty cut. That cutter's filthy. But
I can admit that.
Boy, that cutter's nasty. He's a Mets fan. You can appreciate that.
But sucks. I appreciate that. But I appreciate it.
I got a question of the day for you, gentlemen, and we will come back to a chat as well.
Is it about congruency?
Please, no. I like to keep this thing very, very cut and dry.
Fair enough.
Water is wet, sky is blue. So he's already getting into hieroglyphics and parallel dimensions. That's what Jack Farmer.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a question today, and for the chat for my fellas on the panel. What constitutes a "This is awesome" chant? Because you know what's going on with these young whippersnappers out here in the crowd. Yeah. I've been to a lot of shows. I've been very fortunate to be a whole lot of WWE shows, WrestleManias, pay-per-views, and all of a sudden, as I'm starting to realize that I'm getting older, a lot of these young whippersnappers out here, they are starting the "This is awesome" chant a little too frivolously.
Yeah.
Tonight was my last straw.
Was it?
And the thing is, what constitutes a "This is awesome"
Was it the Baron Corbin Cedric Alexander match?
And the thing is, it's not about the match. I go, it's the time and when they do it.
It was right after he did his dive outside. I noticed it. Because he does that move every match.
And it's not. This is not a bad thing. Stop. Hold on, everybody. Get all up on my tweets and the face chat and snap face. Listen, I'm just saying, what constitutes a "This is awesome" chant? You gentlemen have watched wrestling for a while. Yeah. When would you come out unglued and say "This is awesome"? That's the question.
You're asking me personally. I never chant "This is awesome." I feel like that's kind of lame. But to answer your question, I think the moment when you stop and pause and you stop at breath. I think when you stop at breath, you go, "Oh my gosh, this is great." Tyler Bate and Walter last weekend. 100%. Even that Angelico super heel kick he did at Double or Nothing or All Out or whatever. Incredible. I think we had that moment where you're like, "Wow, what just happened?" I think you say this is awesome. The problem with that is if you're watching that move live, when you see Cedric run back and forth, you're like, "Oh," and if he lands it, then you have that.
It's a beautiful move.
But you see it every week where we're doing it for the show. You're like, "Yeah, I saw it 2 weeks ago in Sheboygan, in New Orleans, in Baltimore."
What constitutes a "This is awesome" chant, Jack?
For me, it's if I was there live, it's when everyone else is doing it. I'm a sheep. I just go with it. But if everyone else is doing it, let's go for it. But I mean, I agree. It's got to be something you haven't seen before, but and it's like big too. Yeah. Like what? Like so when you see something that's just a big spectacle of a move is what I would say "This is awesome" for.
Which I think isn't as big as a Holy Yes chant, personally.
Yeah, Holy Yes is the best chant of all time. Because it comes out of nowhere, and it usually is. That's the one chant that's not overhyped. It usually is exactly a Holy Yes moment. My answer to the question that just is hypothetical is there's no right answer to it at all. It's just I really think it's like historic moments. Rock and Hogan in the middle of the ring. It doesn't always have to be a match. Epic moments, certain things, a long amazing Iron Man match that's like when you're watching NXT TakeOver and his best 2 out of 3 falls and they both won one-on-one and it was just they both got one fall and then they stops and there's that pause. Then there's a "This is awesome" chant. You can't just say "This is awesome" every time somebody do something.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what I mean?
Another thing about it's more. I think the bigger picture. Like if the bigger picture is great. Then you say "This is awesome."
Because I love that. I love that chant where nothing happens and there's just 2 icons in the ring. And people chant that. You know what I mean? Like when Bayley did her thing and everyone doing yes before they went went off air. I'm like,
Right.
man, that's crazy. But moving on, the Viking Raiders came out and just beat the brakes off somebody again. Another squash match was very interesting because Michael Cole and
Time for a tag team match, player.
take this away, Flobo.
So the Viking Raiders are coming out and doing the same thing they do every week, but now the actual opponents had a time to get in the microphone and say, I hate Baltimore, we're from Pittsburgh. So now the question I have for you guys is the Viking Raiders faces now? Is that supposed to be what we saw today? Because it was the same exact match from last week.
I never saw them as any affiliation as face or heel because they've never really had any reason to be booed or cheered. They just kind of came out and crushed people. So to that, yeah, I guess they're face. If they probably need to be because they're probably building up to a match with the OC based on the tag team turmoil thing that happened last week. So they're probably trying to make them face, so then when they face the OC, we can know who to cheer for.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
But if Rude and Zig win the tag team titles, you know what I mean? Then what? You know what I mean? Because I can see them being heel, especially when the boys hit the call up after the take. All I can see is there's a lot. I don't know what they're doing with them.
Yeah,
Because the tag team turmoil then confused me because they went back to squashing people. It was very interesting.
Sure.
Yeah,
confused a little bit.
it's just another. I was a big fan of the Viking Raiders. I guess I still am, but
Me too.
I've seen them do their moves so many times now. They're starting to feel repetitive, and their moves are so cool. But I mean, I can only see them do their moves so many times. I'm like, okay, here we go again.
You're
It's
button
the-
mashing for sure.
It's like when I played WWE 2K on easy mode over and over again.
Well,
Like,
I do that all the time.
That's how
Yeah,
you
I'm
play,
going-
man.
Sorry, I want my finishing moves.
It's
in.
a stress reliever,
So
yeah.
I gotta get my finishing moves in. I don't want because because in real life you ain't reversing all these moves.
No.
Stop. Just because it's hard mode don't mean you're reversing it.
Do you
Bro,
yell at your PS4?
Bro,
like,
I know.
come on,
I'm like, bro,
man.
you're not reversing that.
Stop, PS4.
Bro,
Stop.
I just put you in the. Hey, bro, you can't. I just kicked you. You can't catch my boot every time.
Right.
You can't catch my boot. Politicking backstage.
It's preposterous.
I go over,
Easy
brother.
mode, man.
That's
Easy
in
mode.
2K20. You politic backstage.
I'm
That's
sitting
part
here
of the
like,
game.
bro, he caught my boot. How many times do you catch my boot? It's so annoying.
That's true. I can't
This
lie.
is awesome.
Like seriously, like what? Like he caught his boot, brother. No, listen. So we got interesting. Ray cut a promo backstage, much more dialed back. Ray, that's what I was talking about. You be watching the show, don't you?
Yeah.
I told you to dial it back. Less is more, and he did. He cut the better of the promos backstage. I don't know what the hell's going on. He said he's not done, bro. I didn't want you to be done. Who told you? Who you get a memo? I want you to fight forever. I don't care. Right? Seriously.
I got you, yeah.
Rey Mysterio, man, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. He's an icon. I told you, he's been wrestling since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
That's how long he's been wrestling.
That is a long time.
That is incredible. You know what I mean? So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want him to keep going. I feel like you could take his past 7 backstage promos, mix them up, and you wouldn't realize they were out of order. They're like the exact same promo every time. I've been thinking. I've been talking to my family. I don't know. I guess I'm staying around. In 2 weeks, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then wash, rinse, repeat. I like him though. I want to see him keep
Rey
going.
Mysterio, man.
But I'd like to see him actually wrestling instead of.
I hope it's not
Hanging
an
out
elaborate
backstage.
angle just to have Dom wrestle. Like, you can totally put him on NXT or something.
It's 100%.
I don't want
an elaborate angle.
I don't want to see that, man, because the problem with that is, and I'm not, shout out to new talent, everyone. If you want to wrestle, you put the work in.
Seriously.
You have a chance to do it.
True.
But I'm just saying, it's at the expense of that with this whole redemption angle with Dana Brooke, with Natalya. It's like you can do something different. I would
But,
assume.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it's great. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
well, you're right.
like that's buckle up. That's what we're doing. That's
Dom heel turn.
That's
Yeah.
that's what we're in for. Is a slow trip to Dom in the ring.
Okay. Shout out to Survivor Series or Raw. Royal Rumble.
Miz beat Cesaro. Interesting.
And a match sponsored by State Farm, randomly.
Very, very interesting. Cesaro had a great match in NXT UK.
Yep.
Damn. How do you feel about that?
The same thing you're saying. The NXT UK, I mean, granted, Ilya Dragunov isn't exactly top on that division. He's kind of in the middle, but he's a very charismatic person. Cesaro took him to the limit. You're like, wow, this guy has so much upside. This is what we're talking about. He can really go, given the space in the crowd, and you lose to The Miz. Now, I know The Miz needs momentum, and I know that he is a face now. No one's really quite on the babyface run, but at the expense of Cesaro, what does that really mean for either man? I'm not sure.
I know he has a title match, his Intercontinental Championship match at Clash of Champions. I don't know if he needed to beat Cesaro to get ready for the great Shinsuke Nakamura, but I feel, man, I really worry about that Swiss Superman.
Here's a hypothetical. I love Cesaro, but does it really hurt anything with where he's at right now? Like, does it really put him back? I mean, him being on TV is still ahead of where other people with his same win-loss record are at right now.
I guess so. I mean, I don't think it hurts him as a character, though, but I'm just saying as a super fan of the brand, I just saw him, go to a different promotion and dominate.
Yeah,
and then you lose to someone who's pretty much the most average person on your roster. And it was like, well, he didn't sleep on a banana peel. He beat him pretty decisively, too.
He did. Scroll Crusher finale, dead center of the ring.
So I was like, what does that say about the NXT UK brand? What's that say about Cesaro? I mean, I don't know. You're probably right. I mean, next week he can come by and win a triple threat match and all will be well in the world, but I had a bad taste in my mouth.
Damn.
I mean, I'd love to see more for Cesaro, but I think some people you just have to give up on.
Until otherwise noted. Until they give you something, might as well throw in the towel.
Yeah.
We had the great Samoa Joe versus young Ricochet in a very, very clever ending. I might add, it's gonna, if anybody in chat want to tell me I'm wrong, but this will be the first triple threat match in King of the Ring history. Yeah. Man, they're making history this year, man. Rounded up on this deal with Fox, man. I'm telling you, they're doing so many things. They even did a cool little new camera angle, man. Y'all check the new camera angle.
I was in love with the new camera.
That camera angle was spectacular.
I'm not a producer, but for some reason, like, this is a great camera.
Oh my
the framing, this is great.
I say, I'm telling you, when my wife walked by, she was like, that camera angle was amazing. Like, she was like walking by.
That's great shot, the camera angles.
No, seriously, it was beautiful, but they did a really good job. Very interesting angle. I didn't know where they were going. I was terrified they're going to have Samoa Joe be the butt of the joke once again, but they didn't. It's a triple threat match between Corbin. It's two heels versus a babyface for the finals of the King of the Ring. Semifinals of the King of the Ring. I don't know who's going to win this match.
Yeah, triple threat, man. That's pretty cool, man.
Tell me what you think about this whole angle.
How's your bracket, Jack?
Tell me what you think about the whole. They did the whole like New Orleans Saints angle. Yeah, they like went to like the booth and everything. Replay reboot. It was amazing. Yeah, it's like, I have to go to the powers that be. I thought it was all great. Is what I'm trying to say. What say you guys?
I think when I pull myself, like in the moment, I was like, man, don't do this. Like, just give us a real, I wish they would just have a clear winner, but then I had to pull myself back for a second and realize I was glued to the screen, and which is exactly what you want. I was like, well, what's going to happen? Who's going to, I thought for sure it was going to be that they both lose and Corbin gets a free bye because that would fit his character to kind of sneak into the finals like that. So when they even teased that a little bit and then said, no, it's a triple threat, it did get me to pop a little bit, like, oh, great, my pick is still in this thing, I still just have 2 asterisks.
Oh, there's a picture right there. Yeah.
So I like it. I think my pick of Ricochet going all the way, his odds
still there, though.
It's still there, but my prediction now would be Corbin goes through and we see Joe Ricochet at the pay-per-view, though.
Here's a question. Who do you think John Cena was talking to when he was like, oh, you're right, I understand, he went backstage? You think it was McMahon? You think it was I think
it was Vince telling him what to say.
Okay. I know it was like an unseen committee or something.
Yeah,
I was a fan of it. I thought it was something new and different. Yeah. Definitely I'll make this King of the Ring instantly memorable, especially on the Raw side. I just hope that I actually want Samoa Joe to go over. I know Ricochet's on your bracket, but my bracket's been busted since week 1, so don't listen to my predictions whatsoever.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like I said, the way they're building Ricochet, they're building this guy that can overcome all odds and do anything, because he's like, half man, half amazing. Shout out to Vince Carter. And it's one of those things where I don't know, because me, I want Samoa Joe to win it all, brother. Want him to win it all, brother. Wear the crown, brother. Walk around, brother. Samoa Joe, brother. But
King Joe,
I don't think it's gonna happen. So, but then there goes Barry Corbin. It's very interesting, man. Like everybody that thought they knew was gonna happen, they can't know now. No, there's no way.
Do you think the winner's going to be on the Raw side, though?
This whole tournament, I don't know. I really
truly,
because we were, Flobo and I were talking a second ago before we got to came in, and I could see Chad Gable being the underdog story going forward. I could see King Andrade because I think that look and sound is really cool.
Why not?
I could see Ali getting a push for not getting the world title shot that he was supposed to get before.
Why not?
I could obviously these three could go. Like so many things could happen, and it would all. It's a perfect tournament booking so far.
Sure, I agree, absolutely.
We got Firefly, Funhouse, Bray Wyatt, cutting promos, very easily weaved in Hell in a Cell. He gets either Strowman or Rollins. So he's already in the title picture at Hell in a Cell. So that will be a title match for the World Championship. Listen, I got my hands up, man, because listen, I just told y'all this. All you people in the chat, all the unwashed masses and the washed masses out there, listen to me. I'm telling you, if they want all of this work to be for naught, he loses that title match.
Okay.
It will be over for him if he loses to Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman. It doesn't matter. He has a title, and no disqualification won't help. Countdown won't help. None of that. Whatever you want to call it will not help. Whatever you want to, witchcraft and wizardry you want to do, he has to win. He has to win.
What if he loses as Bray Wyatt, but not the Fiend? Does it matter?
No.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I'm being the devil's advocate here.
He does 100% have to win. But if we're living, just to talk about today, I loved that Firefly Funhouse. I thought it was fun playing on Vince McMahon and him saying, look what I've been making, and holding up all the money and like beating him and throwing the money back and showing that he doesn't even care about money because he's crazy. You're absolutely right. He does have to win.
At the end of the day, it don't matter. The Firefly Funhouse, Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse, it don't matter. But for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, it don't matter.
You're right. But for today, we can't. To not enjoy it for a month. And then have him win and go, oh, maybe I should have enjoyed it all those weeks. just enjoy it.
That's not.
And then if he loses, you go, oh man, that was a bummer.
But I've enjoyed it enough. How much do I have to enjoy it? How much? You know the Firefly, that was cool. At the end of the day, you have to wrestle.
So what's your
preseason? Everyone's like, preseason, Evan. I spent $200 on a preseason game. I go, why? Oh, because it's football. I go, did it count? No. You know what counts? Week 1. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. If your team goes 4-0 in the preseason and they go 0-16, ask someone what they care about.
Right.
It don't matter. At the end of the day, you have to wrestle. At the end of the day, I know it's sports entertainment, everybody, but call me crazy. Right. The foundation of it is wrestling.
But what's your fundamental problem? The fact that Bray Wyatt doesn't have many opponents lined up before the title match?
No, my problem is I'm just scared. Oh, no, if you guys have been listening to me for the past year, I'm a Bray Wyatt guy. Yeah. I'm scared of what's going to happen to this dude. I'm terrified because he could have been billed as one of the greatest wrestlers of the modern day era. And they had him lose at his first WrestleMania. They had him lose again. They had him lose Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Right, House of Horrors.
Lose. Sure. Like what I'm trying to say is the chants, the crowd, he was over before anyone thought he'd be over.
Yes.
The thing got over the Wyatt family. They broke them up too fast. There's so many things that I was like, I just need him to win.
This is my analogy. If you want to go with football, I'm a Seahawks fan, and the Seahawks played the Patriots one year in the Super Bowl, and that whole postseason, I was super into it. I was having fun. I went to Vegas to watch the game, and they broke my heart and lost in the last second. And I was so bummed out, but I wouldn't trade that build up for anything. Oh my
God!
So why would I give up that just because it might not go through? Enjoy the moment.
Nah.
But okay. How about this?
This was the first time I've seen Bray Wyatt. I agree with you.
How about
this is the second time I'm scared?
If Bray has the title match at Hell in a Cell, but he wins matches from now until then, will that soften the blow if he loses at Hell in a Cell?
Nope.
Or he has to be the champion, basically?
I'm not the one to put him in.
That's what I'm saying. Is he either going to be champion or bust?
It has to be.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we win.
So at what point then are you just not a Bray Wyatt fan? I know you've said you are,
never not going to be.
You've just said though that you're not enjoying this.
No,
and that's what he's doing.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm just one of the people that just don't like people talking all the time. I like doers. He been talking a lot. Am I wrong? Has he not been talking a lot?
You have.
I like doers, bro. I'm from an old place where you do stuff. You don't just keep talking and making fun of Vince McMahon and saying all this stuff. At the end of the day, I need you to get dubs. That's the only man. Listen. It's getting it done and not getting it done, man. Yeah. The great Terrell Suggs of the Baltimore Ravens is getting it done and not getting it done. I don't give a damn about your sketches. I watch Saturday Night Live.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
I need you to get done because I'm telling you, I am telling you, I went to WrestleMania 30 dressed as this dude, like Black Bray Wyatt, man. People don't have to question my loyalty to Bray Wyatt. I need him to get dubs though.
Right.
Damn it! If we giving out Emmys for best sketch. Then he got me. Firefly Funhouse. He got a slam. He got it. Take it.
Yeah.
I need him to win, man.
Shout out to Suggs when they were in Baltimore tonight. By the way,
Sizzle, baby. But I'm just scared. That's all this is about. This is fear, man.
I got you.
I don't want Bray to be wasted again, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the best characters of the modern day era, and that in the original Wyatt family was one of the best characters. He was supposed to be Undertaker 2.0. And they started it off. They just started.
Well, Mordecai was Undertaker 2.0. He was like a better 3.0 version. Shout out to Mordecai. Kevin Mordecai.
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to rant, man, but damn it. I was Black Brave on that. That was fire.
Yeah, you were.
I had the laser and everything. That was fire. But anyway, But no. But I get the whole shtick and everything's great, man. And I can't wait to see what happens. And I don't know how it's going to unfold. I don't even know how the matchups work as far as who would you like to see him face, Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman. Who would you like to see him face?
Did he not actually prove AJ's point though? Like, oh, I looked at the title. I guess I get to have the next shot. Like, why is he getting?
AJ was right.
AJ cut that promo.
AJ was right. Look at my title.
God. Oh my goodness. Anyways, man. So we got just enough time too, man. 9 minutes, man. That's like almost planned to save this nice chunk of time for a whole bunch of things. They got the world has been set on fire, man. We had a match, champions versus champions match. It was very interesting. We had Nikki Cross, the lovely Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, and then we had in the man Becky Lynch. It was very interesting. We have
it's the match.
Hey,
Tag team match, baby.
But take it away.
I'm beside myself, Jack. Go ahead, man. I can't.
I'm leaving you hang. You're doing this.
I can't.
This is your moment.
I can't do this, man. I'm gonna rage. I got 8 minutes. I'm gonna rage. This is what's wrong with the women's division.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Well, no. Let it go.
We are talking about the women's tag team match. The women's tag team match was great. We can talk about the match itself. We talk about the match itself was great. It was fine.
You talk about anything you want.
We have the women's tag team titles. We're showing them, not giving them the match. I'm talking about that heel turn tonight. Bayley, original 4 horsewoman.
Yeah.
My boo thing.
Boo thing.
Everyone from A to Z in the IWC alphabet soup is like, I don't like Bayley. She's so stale. Why won't she turn heel? But the problem is, Bayley's always put in the work. One of the first ever female Grand Slam champions, NXT Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion, Miss Money in the Bank. But the problem with Bayley's career is they always hinge it to Sasha. Last year, I was at Raw, June 25th, 2018, my birthday. And I watched Bayley turn heel on Sasha. I go, finally, here's a chance for her to go out on her own, to be her own talent. And what did they do? They put her in sketches, your sketches that you love so much, they have them having these couples counseling. In a year's time, she became SmackDown Women's Champion, doing open challenges, giving new talent a place to space. And you know what they did? They put her with Sasha Banks again. The problem with the boss is that she is a solo character. So you put someone with Sasha, she gets enveloped by Sasha, and she becomes a hench person. Sasha's back, fine. Now Bayley is going to have someone align herself with Sasha, and to what end? Everything she's worked on over the past year goes down the tube. SmackDown Women's Champion or not, it is sickening. I don't understand why they did it. I don't know why Sasha's back in this capacity. I was on the fence with you guys, but now I am done.
Hold on. Mon just coined the greatest hashtag of all time. Heel Beto. Heel. Shout out to Heel Beto.
No.
Jack, do you have any? What you got? I got nothing.
I'm terrified. I'm
scared.
Say anything. I'm scared.
The real Fiend is in the building.
I'm sorry.
No. I thought
got
that
sweat
was
dripping from his brow. Brown sweat.
I am very uncomfortable right now. We have,
Continue.
No, I will say. I'm gonna say it. I'll be honest, I thought she was very vanilla coming into the match.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm a little more interested in her now. I thought it was really weird how she was attacking Becky Lynch, who was clearly a super face, but everyone's chanting yes as she was doing it.
Because of the heel turn. They're yesing the heel turn.
Right.
Like, so I didn't think about it, the whole attaching her to Sasha as much. And you bring up a great point. But I thought the heel turn in general was just... I thought it was good. I thought it made her more interesting. I don't know what that does to her feud with Charlotte and everything else. And as I was watching this, George from Raw Espanol's show, that he was mentioning that's why you got to tune in, and that's what gets you tuning in, is you got to see now how does that impact Charlotte Flair and that whole situation. So I think in a lot of ways it was good. But to be fair, I wasn't a long-term fan like you.
For sure.
The thing about it is, aesthetically, it would be unprecedented though. Them both with the title though. They might be setting that up.
Both what?
The title, because if she beats Becky Lynch, think about that.
Yeah.
From side by side.
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
I'm not against Becky turning heel. I mean Billy turning heel.
It seemed like it.
No, but the thing I'm not against it because even last year it was on her own.
Exactly
but it was kind of like she got sucked into this whole Sasha
the attachment
thing.
to Sasha.
I'm just like, why, man? And that when it comes to the 4 horsewomen, Becky for the longest time was ignored.
Yeah,
and she found a way to get her lane
on her own.
And now we saw Bayley maybe not as fast as her because people sit there in the chat and go, she got no reaction. Well, because she wasn't on TV and she had matches against Ember Moon, who was really a weird angle. Good talent, but weird angle. Of course she's going to have a reaction. And now she's had a chance to be her own performer, and now she's back with Sasha. That's why I'm kind of upset. So I'm not saying that she shouldn't have been a heel turn. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying the way she did it when you're like, because she's finally seceding from Sasha Banks.
Right. Now
it seems that they're stronger than ever now. Because they're going to alienate the whole roster storyline wise, you know what I mean? So they're going to be just them side by side once again, friends to the end, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it should be very interesting, Jack Farmer.
Yeah, it is definitely an interesting thing I didn't think about, though. I thought them teaming up was more like this is continuity. That's they're still friends. They're keeping that together. They even kind of teased it earlier on when she's like, we've been talking, but that's personal.
Right.
And so I thought it actually played well, but I do see what you're saying because she is compared to Sasha the second. So I could see as a fan of Bayley, if I was a super fan of Bayley, I might feel that way. But for now, as a casual fan of Bayley, I was like, it's more interesting for me. I don't know if she'll still have the little blow up wavy arm.
Probably want Cena to turn heel too, don't you? You probably want John Cena to be heel too.
I want everyone to turn heel.
John Cena heel turn was just more something that it was interesting that I liked just because it was how long he was face. You know what I mean? He's one. I told you that's the reason why I think he's the best ever is how long he's been over as a face. It's very hard to do. It's very easy to get over as a heel, man. It is. It's just you do something mean, everyone's like, cool. You know what I mean? There's the very rare commodity which is Stone Cold to me. I call him the heel face because everyone's like he was a baby face. Everybody go, no, he was not though.
No, not at all.
The baby faces don't beat the brakes on people with chairs and throw beer and middle finger and stun freaking who's it? Fabulous Moolah or me, you know? Like people keep trying to tell me. Guys, he stunned Steph like he stunned Linda.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't stop telling me Stone Cold was a face. He was not a face, man.
I see myself in him, bro.
He was like a heel face. He was a hybrid, man. He's so unique in that regard, man.
For me with the Cena turning heel thing, I was always for a while I wanted him to, but then he got to the point I was like, no, you got to he's got to stay face. Yeah. He's got to stay.
And it's the way he did it at WrestleMania it was good. The person it was good against, and it was very interesting. You know, as far as heel face turns, man, it's if they're properly placed, man, they could be really great. Like I said, it got a yes chant. Baltimore was sitting on their hands most of the night. That got them out of their seat a little bit. Final thoughts, Flobito.
Overall, tonight's episode was pretty solid, even good. I mean, we always say it's a holiday, they probably won't bring it, but I thought they did. The crowd was kind of weird in parts, but overall, I dug it. I mean, the momentum is going. I'm not sure if it's a Heyman thing or a new fall season thing, but I'm on for the ride.
Yeah, I liked it. I came into tonight thinking it was going to be a very bland episode with it being a holiday, but I thought it was great. There was nothing I would go back and really say that was terrible. Like I said, I thought like a match or two went a little long, but overall, they were good.
Cool, I agree, man. Shout out to all these new cameras. Shout out to camera angles, man.
Camera angles.
You know what I mean? For real, man. Shout out to the Firefly Funhouse. Shout out to getting nominated for the best sketch comedy show in the world. Gosh, I just hope I need to do the win, man.
He's going to win the title, and I'm going to say, man, you could have enjoyed this.
And you're absolutely right. And I'll be the first one to be like, I should have been enjoying the ride.
Or he's going to lose. I'm going to I can't make it in today, guys.
I'm like, yo, Jack, where you at?
Preseason Seahawks.
Somewhere playing Backstreet Boys against his will.
Everybody.
Against his will. Oh. Yeah. That'll do it for us, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. You was really good. Eric Clark was really good. I appreciate y'all. Straight facts. Jeffrey was good. I didn't even see you in the chat. I appreciate you. Eternal Goat 95. External Shockwave was good. Jack Farmer, we're going to love when people find you. And, cut a promo.
Yeah, you can find me at jackcfarmer.com for all your DJ, MC, and live event hosting needs. You can also find me at Real Jack Farmer across all social media. So if you want to chat more, hit me up on Twitter. You can also find me with these two guys on the NXT After Show Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific here on AfterBuzz.
Can't teach that. I'm Flobo Boyce. You can find me at Flobo Boyce on Twitter, at Flobito on Instagram, and of course, Flobito.com. New content every week.
Yo, what kind of content you putting on there?
Just Instagram reposts. It's kind of lazy. I gotta work on that, you know. But it's
Hey, about do posts every week. Got me excited. Like you do, like you blogging, you deep thought.
Sometimes I do
Can't
that.
teach that.
Yo, Evan T. Mack on Instagram, at Coco Cena on Twitter. Yo, Dylan Matthews, I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the chat love y'all, man. Hugs and kisses, man. Good night.
He'll be dope.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.